Is there anything in your locket, locker?
Yeah.
I bet he did.
So I reviewed your work recording.
Hello.
Your recording. Yeah.
Fix that.
I know. We could easily put my phone out on the stand out there.
Yeah.
But was I, so I don't need to do it.
What's that?
I did the Facebook Live last time. It was really good. But I
It
think what we
turned out
had
good
was really
from
good
for
too.
your computers.
So we're gonna just.
I spoke with Justin at the detention center. They don't use CrowdStrike. They have Bit.
Something is
Are we gonna do
terrific.
that?
I mean,
I'm glad with that.
So we need to find us then that we have to use CrowdStrike or if we can use some other certified system specifically.
Online. Hey, now. Let me write you down. Oh,
Okay. 4 minutes for Kurt. And he's right at the bell too.
Karen, was that square thing that's on the door, was that budgeted in? The coming in door with the out?
Yeah, yep, it was.
Wait, was budgeted in? Okay, making sure.
What square thing are we
Or
talking
we
about?
was the agenda.
Oh, I just asked Mark, but you're the auditor, so.
That was really on.
good. Make anything?
Yeah. Super early on. Saves on having a script.
No kidding. How does that attach? I didn't look.
It's like a kind of, you know.
You take your lights down or are they still in? You're not like
So they came down last night. One was starting to give me bid, so I took it down last night.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
Are they all, are any of them connected to each other or are they all separate?
You're right.
All plugins in, yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Perfumer has a cool cap.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that one? What's the significance of that? Is it anything special?
The 3 nails, that's great.
Very cool. Mike Davis wants one like that, don't you, Mike?
I have two.
I think you're gonna, I think you
I
make.
see something going fast, yeah.
My granddaughter's
Good.
golf teams. I said, no.
I think that's the 3 nail, scratch gets us.
Good morning, Kurt.
Morning.
Sir.
Yeah. Might have you next time. Should we do some boots or anything?
The other girl.
That means red.
Pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You seated? Okay, first thing we're gonna do, all right? Let's give Kurt some time to adjust to a seat.
Go ahead.
Going to have a moment of silence. There was a supervisor that was here at one point, Mr. Wenzine, and he passed away on Friday. And so out of respect for him, I think we're going to just take a moment of silence. It'll take about 30 seconds before we get started. Thank you. Karen was gonna do some, it was kind of a joke. I said, well, Karen, I want you to speak up, cause she doesn't ever like to get in front of the camera. I said, Karen, I want you to speak up and say some things about Mike, and she did some research, so she didn't disappoint me. So I'm gonna let her go ahead and say some things.
Public He truly loves serving his public. He was board of supervisor for the county for a while. He was served as mayor, served as councilman, and then he was a lobbyist down in Des Moines. So he definitely, I believe, lived to serve his community.
Yeah, he worked for ISAC, and ISAC is the agency that we're a member of that advises us on many of the different things. The school that we went to as soon as we got elected to kind of learn the basics as we go through, and he had approached us on many different topics and given us some direction and his opinion and those kind of things. I think he was pretty well respected in the county. Last year was, or year before, maybe. We were at the Gladbrook Parade and he was nominated to be the person of the year, the citizen of the year. So I thought that was the first thing I'd ever heard about Mike. And so, we have our thoughts and prayers with his family. This,
I,
David.
my wife and I were cutting stumps up with chainsaws, and I got this phone call, and I had no idea who it was. It was Mike. It was shortly after I had announced that I was gonna run for office, and he was offering his help, and he and I talked several times. Very gracious man. Also, he had some very pointed positions on things, but it was really good for the challenging conversations we had. And I just talked to Karen last week saying, I haven't seen Mike in a while. And we found out that he had passed away. So he was a very good man, very helpful, and he did a lot for county supervisors. So, through the whole state. So, gonna miss him.
His obituaries online, there wasn't a whole lot. I think it's just kind of like one of those placeholder ones, just kind of a death notification at this point, but they did set out the terms where this funeral is going to be and all that kind of stuff. So it's on Mitchell Family Funeral Homes is handling the arrangements. And so if you want to find out a little bit more about that, you can go there and look. All right, first thing we need to do is approve the agenda.
So moved, second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carried. Public comments, anybody from the public wish to speak? Nikki?
I'm here today. I wanted to, I'd like to make a comment or inquiry on the development agreement between Salt Creek 2 LLC and the Board of Supervisors. Karen had given me a copy of the agreement, and I noticed in number 3, paragraph C states that Salt Creek Wind 2 LLC agrees to negotiate in good faith with any landowner who is currently a party to a good neighbor agreement who wishes to be released from said good neighbor agreement, so as long as the agreement is not needed for the development, construction, and or operation of the project. I've been in contact with Alexander Tracy, and I have been told that we have an easement, not a good neighbor agreement, and that the new windmill owners may make the option of releasing owners such as myself. My easement would be between Salt Creek Wind LLC. Is Salt Creek Wind 2 LLC not a different entity? Shouldn't Salt Creek Wind 2 LLC have the option to release any easement holders that are not having a turbine erected on their property? I have been in contact with several acreage owners that have an easement, such as mine, and none of their easements say good neighbor throughout the document. Exhibit C of my agreement states restricted areas, no wind turbines, roads, underground lines shall be placed on the property. We initialed this. The owners told me that this was a selling point that was pushed upon them as well. In your agreement, number 2, paragraph C, the agreement between Board of Supervisors and Salt Creek Wind 2 LLC states that any violation of this section by Tama County or the Board of Supervisors should be considered a material breach. Is this not a breach of the agreement on the part of Salt Creek 2 LLC? My curiosity makes me wonder if any of the easements state good neighbor, and if the wording is a technicality and a workaround on behalf of Salt Creek 2 Winds LLC. I also wonder if any other easement holders such as myself and my 3.5 acres have run into the same brick wall. I've asked other ones that, and since they don't have the good neighbor saying, I don't know if they're going to pursue trying to get out of their lease or not. And I'm looking for any assistance that the Board of Supervisors might be able to lend me in this matter. Thank you.
I don't know if we want to comment on it. You want to comment on it?
Yeah, we can. And I've been talking to Nikki and trying to work between Sean Roberts and I know I brought Mark in as well to to help on that here at the end, I guess just to clarify, so your easement does say there will not be anything on your property,
Correct.
correct? So I guess that's an area where if we could get a copy of that, I think we should bring that back to Sean, because if it says in good faith, I'll do this, if nothing goes on your property, and the easement says nothing will go on their property, 3.5 acres, in my opinion, in good faith, they should release her and whoever else has, you know, I mean, it's one thing if you have 100 acres or, you know, a whole field, but with an acreage owner, like I said, I didn't know that when it specifically says that nothing's gonna be on it, then that's my opinion, I guess. So what's your guys' thoughts?
There's a difference between a good neighbor agreement and an easement. So that's, again, that would be what we negotiated was a good neighbor agreement. I agree if the easement can be released, that would be up to Salt Creek.
I think it's just the name of it though, like a good neighbor is the normal $500 for an acreage. I mean, that's, even though it doesn't say good neighbor, I didn't, you know, all of us probably didn't know it did say that. It doesn't mean that's not implied. I mean, everybody should know a good neighbor is you're an acreage owner or a small area that lives around it, right? Where you get your $500 a year, or whatever the value is.
Yep, I thought we'd put clarifying language in there for anybody who is living in proximity to certain parameters of the footprint of the project. And it's not going to go through there, like they're not going to use it for infrastructure. I thought that we put that language in there. I think I've seen a copy of your lead or of your agreement. I've talked to Sean Roberts, the owner of the project as well, and he gave me the same information he gave you. He said essentially that it's not the good neighbor agreement, that it is an easement. And I looked at it pretty closely and I thought that there were some things that they could do with your property, but I'd have to look at it again.
I'm curious to know if any of the leases or easements that Salt Creek Wind 2 LLC has good neighbor stated within them anywhere.
Yep. I think that is kind of like it's that term captures the definition, I think, that we put into the agreement. So you live within the parameters of the project, but it's not going to actually go through the project.
Right. Yep, I'd agree. Cause hers came a little bit later, I think probably in the beginning, you know, in phase one, they were saying things could go through your acreage, but then I think hers was it 2021 or 2022? 2022, so they maybe changed it at the end of the road, like, hey, we already got land easements, let's get some good neighbor acreage or kind of easements that just sign on, so. We'll keep working on it, definitely, it's not a closed door for sure, but yeah, if you could scan a copy and we can at least get that where it says that directly in that, because sometimes what's public out there doesn't have all your easement stuff, so at least you can get at least that item.
Other than the money wise or whatever.
Yeah, you could redact anything that we can't see, but at least leave in that point, so we
I
can
was
see
gonna
that.
say something about this, there's an NDA on the front. Non-disclosure agreement.
There's so many things you're not supposed to disclose on.
I think the money, like what you're receiving for money, or there's something in there.
I just want to be careful, I want her to be careful.
Correct,
She
only give
doesn't
us
put
what,
herself in place.
yeah, just get us what we need, not everything, yes. Yep.
Regardless of whether it's an easement or a good neighbor agreement. If it's not going to be impacted by the project, I had asked for a copy of the footprint map, the current footprint map. To see where your property is located, is where all their infrastructure is already drawn. I know that that's subject to change, but if there's nothing within, a long ways from your property, I think that it would also be reasonable, even if it is at least to let you out, so. We'll keep on working on
These, I think they ought to be called easements rather than good neighbor agreements maybe. But, they have to do with the wind currents. And they don't want you building any big buildings or planting trees if they are gonna be downwind of turbine. They would disrupt the wind currents.
Downwind or upwind?
Well, either, it depends which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
But I don't know for sure, but I think that has a lot to do with it. the wind, blocking the wind for the turbine. The neighbor.
And I also believe the lawyers are involved in a lot of things like keeping control over the big land mass that all of the wind turbines are on in the event future projects might come along and try and put something in place, whatever that something is, whether it's solar tower, salt tower, I'm going down a rabbit hole, I'll stay away. Sorry.
Do you have something? You look like you're gonna say something.
Yeah,
We'll say.
something totally different.
Okay.
Is E66 officially open?
Yes.
Well, I noticed on Highway
Highway
30,
30, there's still.
the two detour signs are still up.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was opened or not officially.
It was opened officially and then we'll get those detour signs now.
All right,
Yes.
I got.
Oh, Jim,
That's all right.
okay.
I think I got in before the buzzer. Right? I didn't hear the buzzer anyway.
I'm glad the sheriff's here just in case.
Oh, 3 minutes, I got 3 minutes. I'm on camera.
Yes.
Yeah, you're done
Well, I've
in like
been
2 minutes and 30
noticing,
seconds.
That, the utility companies wanna increase in rates. Electrical utility companies. And, I just heard that they wanna put in a flat rate for infrastructure improvements. And I would imagine, well, and the reason for this is so many farmers and people in town are putting up solar panels. They're not selling as much electricity per customer. So they want to, put in a flat rate for everybody for infrastructure improvements. Which I would assume would be the power line, hooking up, Salt Creek 1, plus it's a rate, it's a charge. But, I think people can expect starting to get that on their utility bills. Anyway, like $30 a month, something like that. That's all.
Yeah. All right. We'll close public comments. Discussion approve the 12/29/25 regular minutes and 1/2/26 special organizational meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oops, motion carries. Yeah. Why don't we wait, till the end for Ben and jump down to the tax certificate?
Safer here, so let me call. When one of you will try calling the end of this, my phone's not a new phone, she's 324. She knows this thing is to be there.
Who's died here?
That's Sarah.
It should be Amanda, 322 is Amanda then.
This is Sarah, can I help you?
Sarah, this is Mark down at the supervisor's office. We're trying to get Amanda.
Oh, you need her down there?
Well, Sarah, it's Karen. Diana was supposed to be here today about her chat certificate and she has not shown up. Do you know anything about that?
Who was?
Diana Cowan?
Diana Cowan.
We haven't heard from her.
So should we just not take any action on it today?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Yes, take action on, or yes, do not take action?
No.
Action or not take action.
Won't we make a motion to postpone?
I'll make the motion to postpone it the next meeting.
Sorry. Okay, so we voted on second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. You're done.
He's got like.
All shooters.
I couldn't even find. That's why he stacks all his stuff on your desk.
Oh, by the way, you're on some new committees. We'll talk about that later.
That's fine. I watched it though.
Oh, did you?
Hope you got free time.
Okay, discussion of possible action on budget work session. Karen had sent out some dates. I think we had to change one of them. Simply,
On the 26th.
Yeah.
On the back?
Moved it to a little bit later so that we could put something else on the 26th.
We changed from the 19th to the 20th, correct?
Correct, yes. We'll change that on here, but yes.
So it's just-
Yep, it's on there.
You got that in. And then, what did you say about the number 6?
26th, you have something else on your agenda at 9:30, so I moved the first one to 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Good work.
are we good with all that?
Yeah,
I will send this out to you together.
All right,
I'll make a motion that we approve the budget work session schedule.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded to set our budget work sessions for 26-27 fiscal year. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oops, motion carries. Next. Discussion possible action on the sheriff's quarterly budget report. Split handwritten one. Here we are.
Think we can get this printed up? In spare time?
he's not busy at all.
I'm just kidding.
This is just the model on your
Yeah.
bill, right?
That wouldn't be an axe for me, well, it would be, but getting it changed to printed would be.
The next year overhaul, right?
I'll make a motion that we accept the sheriff's quarterly report.
I'll second it.
All right. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good. Do claims,
We have claims this week, other low one, which is good. 4-1, comma, 934 period, 5-1. $41,934.51. I make a motion, we approve it.
second. Yeah, it's been moved and seconded to pay the claims. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Anybody have anything on any committee updates?
No, I did talk to the detention center regarding the owl, and they use a different type of service to protect their owl, and it's not cloud strike. So, it's Bit Defender, so we need to find out whether or not we can do that with all.
But we had a better report last time.
Yes,
From
because we didn't use,
It's the other computer, yeah.
this computer?
We're using Michelle's personal computer right now.
Okay.
center for this computer. No, I think it's cloud strike.
The anti,
I think it's
Oh,
the
anti,
feel.
like,
Okay.
people can't.
So this, we're doing one last test to see if it's that.
All information that's runs through a filter, the
Right.
browser, nobody's gonna,
Right.
and that really slows everything down probably.
So the other way to protect it would be to run it, have a hotspot. And then the hotspot only is connected to the computer. That adds security. Because hotspots run through like AT&T or whatever, and they have massive security on it, you know?
Just a question for David, is James from Marshall, is he running that compensation, like, since we don't have a compensation board, is he running that report
Yeah,
for us
yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just waiting on
I'll
that,
follow through with them today.
okay, that'd be great, thank you,
Oh,
cause we'll need that for budgets then,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, I prompted him about a week or so ago.
okay.
Just so you know, we put out that application or request for applications We've received about 35 of them almost immediately. They seem to be auto send when they need to send something out. I've reviewed every one of them. And most of them all came from the same school in India. So I think we're being bombarded. And then I talked to James about this. They normally get 50 to 60. And of the hundreds they've received, only 2 were viable and none of them wanted to move. So, and the ones I've seen, it looks like they all work behind a desk. We would need them to be able to work going through and running wires and that kind of stuff, not and framework. So we're still looking. I have called the 2 people that were the 2 non-selects. So we'll see whether or not they're interested. That's all I got.
All righty. Anybody else got anything on any other committees? I did a Facebook Live last week just to see what the quality would be, and I have an old iPhone and it was pretty good. Better than what we usually have on here, you know, but worst case scenario, I think we could even go through a platform like that if we needed to. A lot of counties do that as well. Okay. Go ahead, Ben, with your road report first and then.
Had a hole on E47, just south of Blackbrook Lake. Filled it in there, but we'll continue to monitor it. It looks like it's one of the bands on the edge, is kind of going through, so we'll have to reband that, when spring hits. So, earlier in the last week, we were taking care of drifting and snow. Obviously, we don't have that now with the weather, but we'll be doing some brush cutting and this week, and we also have new foreman that will be starting today. So that's all I got for right now, and I gotta start going over that. I just gave you kind of guys the, I guess, we have for our snow routes, our load grader operator routes, and then also kind of the tentative staffing chart, as of right now. So, right now we have, it's four vacancies with, one being, load grader position up in Lincoln. Barry accepting the foreman position, and then just last week, had one of the Chelsea truck driver, tandem truck driver retire, and so we have a position up in there, and then we have the 2 bridge crew positions that have not been filled yet. In the staffing chart, I've shown some new tandem axle driver and a excavator operator position open, as we kind of haven't fully committed to that yet, but that's kind of what, I guess when we were talking with the Kurtz, that's what we had kind of talked about. I think one of them would be the tandem drivers, one would be in Trayer, one would be in Montour, and the other truck driver would be kind of vacant. Haven't really decided on where that would, I guess, be located at yet. And then the excavator operator, since I'll be on the west side, they'll be taking over the excavator that we have with the bridge crew. Since I think talking with most of you, I think that's the route we're gonna take, is to kind of disband what we got with the bridge crew, kind of get, since with their crane, since we only have one guy licensed and then he's in an excavator, not wanting to kind of jump to that route. So we kind of be getting rid of that and we kind of have that new position opening, so. Anyway, I guess that's where I guess I'm just trying to figure out, to start filling those positions or the two bridge crew guys that we have, currently, I guess what all, can we just plug them into a position, or we probably have to, what does that look like going to? Right now, we're kind of using them as tandem, truck drivers right now, but obviously they're still considered a bridge crew laborer. The pay is not, most of these, other than the excavator operator, the excavator operator would be a bump up. But the bridge crew laborer to a truck driver, the tandem truck driver position, would, their pay would stay the same. So that's where I guess I'm just trying to figure out where we're going from here and how we want to set it up. Now with talking with Nick, and I think you as well, Mark, that we'd have kind of him being head of the roadside and the sign tech, from what I understood. So I guess I have not come up with a job description yet for that position. I was just curious if Paul had, or if you had, I guess what that new position looks like.
For which position?
Assistant.
Next.
It's not a new position. He's staying in the position that he was in prior to. We had posted for two, to go back to two road crew foremen.
No,
He'll stay in that
I guess
position.
from my understanding, when we were doing that, I guess that was, those positions were gonna be gone. Both those positions were gonna be gone, and there were gonna be two road foremen. I guess that was my understanding. And I guess that's where I was, I guess, a little bit confused by it.
What are our needs, Ben? Like what, if we have that position, is there more things? Like currently you were trying to get a assistant that you never got. Like, is there things that he could do that we could leverage him for? Like, what is your thoughts of his role? Like what it is now, what it could be, where could we benefit?
Yeah, we can kind of, I guess, figure out how that would. Yeah. I guess I hadn't thought about that way, just due to the fact that just not having the same kind of, I guess, training or whatnot on just the engineering side or the assistant, that side of things. So, I guess that's something I can take into consideration and take a look at. So, I guess, yeah, I guess the two open positions of the bridge crew, I guess I would just like some guidance so we can actually fill those positions and get people in them, as we're right now with retirement and Terry moving, we're currently 4 positions short.
Do you have one other,
we
do you have one more retiring soon? Or does that include the one that's retiring, like?
Including the one that's retiring, he's retiring at the end of this week.
Yep.
So, so that's where I'd like to have an idea of what those positions will be.
Are you gonna offer these internal?
I currently offered the motor grader and the tandem axle driver internal currently. As I knew, obviously, those positions were, I knew what those positions looked like, and we're gonna fill those. The bridge crew and the 4 bridge crew that we had, I'm not sure what that looks like, because obviously that would be a new title for both of them. And if they get, I guess I'm just trying to get some help from Paul or you guys of what does that look like?
So
Do I just put them in those positions, or?
You have people interested in them, internal?
Well, I haven't put them, In the other two,
Yeah, I'm talking about the bridge, or I'm talking about the tandems and the.
the tandem and the motor grader position, the one, in Chelsea and the one in Lincoln, I have not received anything, but I've heard interest from people. But I guess I have not received anything.
So I had talked to the risk pool
Yeah.
lawyers of kind of how it would go, but typically we'd want to figure out what positions do we want, post them.
Yeah.
And then just like we did with that Trayer motor grader,
Yeah.
everybody can apply internally and external.
Yeah.
And then my assumption would, I can re-ask now that we're going through some of this, but my assumption would be those internals, typically you prioritize them,
Yeah.
correct, is how it normally works. So that'd be my thought is let's figure out today what positions, get them posted, wait the 10 days. And then you can talk to us and, how many internals there are, and then we can work with the risk pool lawyers and Paul of
Okay.
if we can just give them, you said it's either stay in same pay or increase pay. So at least it's not going down, so that
Yeah.
makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But that would be my recommendation is let's get that narrowed down, let's get it posted, figure out who wants them, and then go from there.
I think you need to follow the union contract. I think that it allows you to use people in a temporary,
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing now, because I mean,
Right.
there's kind of uncertainty of what's going on, so.
And so even though there's, permanent holes there, you've got guys in these positions and, obviously with Terry starting today, this role, we're going to have to fill that, but I think also the union contract, there's no such thing as internal posting anymore, is that correct? Like, it's not, can't prioritize.
Yeah.
It has to be open to everybody because we have to follow veterans records, unless it's under a union contract, which I think that they did away with that under the last negotiating or the bargaining agreement. At least that's what I remember from the last one with Paul. So what Heather's saying is correct, with the way that the risk pools say you have to post it for everybody externally and internally.
Yeah.
Move your guys to where you need to. You have the ability and the leverage to do that as the county engineer. And then we'll find a permanent fix once we determine what we're going to do with the bridge crew. I think that you're correct.
Screw, or what does that look like? Because I'm still, I guess, waiting for a confirmation from you guys of what that looks like, so.
I haven't got you there yet. I'm working on that this week.
So, okay, so we're still gonna have two positions that we don't, okay.
You're saying, Kurt, that you might keep bridge crew or?
No, I need to get over there and look at it. I was gone, so I didn't have time to get over there before I left. So I'll work on that this week and I should have probably an answer here pretty quick. So just for my edification, the bridge crew, if we're going to go down the path of contracting that, would that, reduce our staffing then by those two that are left? I mean, that's something that you're gonna look at.
It could.
Yeah, I'm just,
That's if we're gonna reduce, take a look at our snow routes right now, and if we take two more people out, we're gonna be hurting in snow, so.
right.
I'm just saying,
Right.
if we take two more people, like right now, we're running around ragged. Because we don't have two, additional people.
Right,
Like, we're gonna take
but are
those,
the bridge crew people driving plow trucks?
correct, we also have
They do, yeah.
3 part-time guys right now that are, and we need to have those trucks filled.
But we also have guys going back to the shed early when there's more snow to be plowed, not helping out too, so. I mean,
That's what I mean.
Yep.
New supervisors.
Yeah, I'll get through, working through this here this week and I'll get with you.
That's
Where
good,
the bridge crew that.
thanks.
Is there some we can start posting now? So there's only 2 bridge crews, so we can start posting at least.
Well,
2
we're
of
gonna
those
keep
now.
the tandem and the.
We can post those.
Post those.
That's
Internal
what I've done.
or whatever,
Okay,
Follow the union contract.
not internal, but can't really do that, can you?
post it out on the.
Yeah.
Union,
job
union
posting,
contract,
yeah.
just follow that.
Okay, well, I guess then that answers that question, that we'll be focused on those 2 positions, so we get information from you.
Have you posted for Terry's position yet or the other motor grader?
The motor grader and the tandem position I had posted, so
When was it posted? Friday last week?
like Tuesday.
Tuesday, oh, cool, good. For 10 days and it's underway.
Did you put that on the Facebook page? Or you just posted that on there?
Did not,
I think it's always good to put it on there. I like to share it that way people can see from the different areas. And you said those will be Lincoln and Tandem was Chelsea.
Canvas, Chelsea, Martinez.
Who does the sign tech report back to?
Well, we can do that as the assistant foreman.
Let's say, who's his oversight? I mean, is that you normally, or?
Usually those, I mean, that was one of the additional things of Tim or whatnot, and I mean, I was there too, so. If I had a question about sign things or whatnot, I'd let him know. I know we had some posting of bridges and whatnot we had to do. I'd communicate and let him know what we needed, so.
So during the. So like right now, what would that guy, what's that sign tech guy do if we don't have any projects going? Not the sign tech, the construction tech. What's he do like this time of year when there's no, other than put snow?
Right now he's doing stuff with paperwork and whatnot, with closing those projects out.
Okay. I'm just trying to wrap my head around what that guy does.
Yep. So, that's what he's doing right now.
And on this sheet, it says that he's off on surgery now.
Correct. So,
How long is that?
by a month or so, so.
And are we still not using the snow blowers?
No, we don't either unless it's really big.
And then we also don't have anywhere running right now.
Usually just use it for blowing drifts down. Yeah. They're pretty old.
They could change.
They're pretty old.
Pretty old. That's,
Yeah, no, I understand that.
we need to,
They're operational, how's that?
That's what I'm looking at. So is that under Pat then? Is that Pat's job?
let's see here. I guess just wanted to confirm with the new holidays that were done. So the union still has their contract that has their, their holidays are President's Day. They have a floating holiday. So I guess for the foreman, and now we've changed those, because you guys changed those dates. Would we just have the foreman continue with the union until the union contract was updated to reflect, I guess, what you currently have?
Yes.
Okay, so this whole next year, they will be continuing with the days that we have.
Well, that's until it can be negotiated.
Okay,
But the foremen are non-union,
yes, correct.
so, but they'll just follow,
We would just give them permission to follow the.
follow that,
Yeah.
okay, just so I understand.
Yep. It's kind of an easy fix.
And then I guess. On. So then would, I guess, our office just go with the union days then, just to make it simple for us, so then we're on the same.
Yep, so the office manager's here, so I was going to ask for her input on that.
Yeah.
What would, between you two, how would that work out?
I guess,
Would it?
Chris, I guess my thought would just be keep what we, with the union, so then it's not, I guess, a confusion of we're on the other side of things, and then we're off when they're on, and I don't know. What are your thoughts, Chris?
I think, I don't, if you have one person that would answer the phone,
Yeah. So, I mean,
it wouldn't matter to us, I don't think, which.
I guess the only thing would just be what days we consider off. Cause then, yeah, I guess it'd be, I mean, yeah, we can have people will come in, and I guess I'm trying to figure out too, what would be considered, you know, Chris or Carly's days, or my, you know, my days technically as holidays. I guess just the, I guess here and
January, the Martin
January,
Luther King, that's the. main
January
one.
and July, the 13th and. So with that, I guess then that would take the floater holiday for, that wouldn't. For non-union positions, that would,
It'd be
Hey.
July 13th.
okay, no, but that's what I'm just, that floater is gone now for the non-union positions.
Right. So it would be July 13th. That day was exchanged for July 13th.
Yep, no, that's, I'm just trying to confirm and understand.
Is it likely the negotiations will be done before July? Is that pretty common? I don't know if anybody's been around for the negotiations.
Well, the negotiation is just, wages right now because
okay.
it's not open to.
I got you.
Negotiations.
They would have to agree to it. You can agree to whatever both sides.
Outside of the agreed, like if they can agree to add this in there. Okay, so it's probably mostly January that we're the most worried about for this 19th.
Yep, we would know by July if
Yeah, that's my thought, is mainly this one day of the 19th, first 20th kind of deal.
talking to us quite a while back and asked, you know, for what our guidance was for the negotiations.
Okay.
Budget.
Yeah, I think just let us know. I think as long as you guys work that out and somebody's available to answer the phone.
Just vacation wise, it just makes it, I guess, complicated which one we're even.
Or it's
I'm just trying to make.
just do the easiest for you guys. You know, if you want to stay with the union people and be off the same day, do it. If not, you know, whatever's easiest for you guys.
Okay.
What's the best for you?
And then I guess, knowing that, I guess with the kind of vehicles and whatnot, I guess I was curious, if we could get Garrison's vehicle, just for the simple fact that right now we have, I guess, 2 foreman, pickup trucks, and then, but, you know, still have an assistant, and so it's just looking at how you guys have been using that, or if that would be something you'd be entertained of using that vehicle as for assistance. Next vehicle, and then we have our 2 foreman pickups. So I guess I was just kind of curious what, or I don't know how much you're using Garrison's vehicle, or.
What do you think, Casey? Looks like you might have an opinion.
No, we don't use it. We just keep it in our parking lot. We just had a little squad made contact with it, so we just gotta get it looked at and body shop. So
Yeah.
it's still operational. It's just cosmetic, just a little thing.
Just a little thing.
Is it like a little yellow stripe or something? Or what?
We don't have a spare pickup laying around anywhere?
I mean, we do, I guess I was just trying to,
Where would that be though? What,
I mean, we could use 144 or, I mean,
okay, I think.
But- I mean, just trying to leverage, you know. We have there's a vehicle that's not being used heavily where.
I don't think,
we
I
could-
think the, Mark and I had talked a little bit about it. Your vehicle wouldn't be a bad option. I'm not sure what it is. Is it front wheel? Is it front wheel drive, all wheel drive? Anybody know about that safety vehicle?
I think it's all right.
I think it's all wheel,
You know,
We wanna be bombing that up down gravel.
intelligent, all
It's a
wheel.
pretty decent vehicle, we just use this bigger for now.
140,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna use that to go out to Central Iowa Juvenile Detention Facility.
you're not
So they
asking.
wouldn't pay- So they wouldn't pay us.
It's gonna be in the body shop.
Oh, it hasn't been down.
Oh.
I'm fine if it's cosmetic damage. You see my pickup truck?
Yeah, I mean, clearly the foremen need the pickups and the, you know, things that they can get around good so they can go
Yes,
check the
yes.
roads and
They have to go.
be set up nicely.
I
The
don't,
assistant foreman. We're
So
gonna be able to handle.
I think we got a spare truck, we just throw them in that for now. Not sure how much they're, sound like we use that one up here to go places.
Some,
yeah,
I don't know that we
I've
wanna
used
be,
it a couple.
I don't know that we wanna be bombing that up and down the gravel, it's pretty nice, yeah,
yeah.
other than the cosmetic damage.
How cosmetic is it?
Oh, just a little,
Scratch?
well.
That's scrap.
Rear
What are we looking at?
driver's side bumper got flat, it's plastic, just plastic. It's-
Like on a snowplow.
I'm thinking it's coming out of his budget.
I totally forgot about it, and then I saw the video. It was right after, during that heavy snow and.
It was white, couldn't see it.
It was a blizzard that day, right?
So, Ben, is this how we're doing this?
Well, that's where it's a kind of conversation, because
I guess my question would be, did you talk to all the guys that are involved in the middle of this and see if that will work for them? Cause I know there was conflict before of sharing.
that's where, in my thought,
They're kind of, I know some of the guys are kind of worried about that, so, I'm okay with this as long as you've talked to both sides and made sure that that's.
my other thought was to not cut it down the middle.
Right,
Um,
I think this is a better way to do it than cutting it down the middle.
Yeah, so my thought would be to have Justin and Tony, be on the east side or District 1 side. And then Chad and Brian would be on District 2 or the west, what would be considered the west side. Just since then, Justin and Tony are in the same shed. It'd make it, easier communicating and whatnot.
So,
It'd be
This
that
one?
pink, well, no, that.
or is this right?
The pink,
Right,
No,
Pink's
I'm
not
saying the
perfect.
pink, so
yeah,
Justin's would be, this is the way it is. Was previously. That
This
would
is-
be the way it was previously.
Yeah.
Like Justin would be with the Tony C on the District 1 side.
So who would then be plowing our street, cause I kind of adjusted.
He's still doing the same route. He's still doing the same, it's just the foreman.
Okay,
It's the
You're right.
foreman. So now he
So
just
then
has one foreman that he's talking to.
Yep.
okay. So,
That would be my,
yeah, you can tell Justin, I'm really pleased with the work he's done.
okay,
so the two north ones, Sparks and Chad would be that'd be Bartlett, correct?
yeah,
Would be District 2,
correct.
and the two bottom, Justin and Tony would be District 1.
Correct.
Okay.
That's my,
It's different
And
than what
have
this is today.
our new supervisor seen this?
yes, I
Foreman.
talked with them and I just wanted to double check on the moving, this is what was there previously.
Yep.
And I was gonna talk to you about that where I think
We
we
kind of
talked about it, but it wasn't anything official
I think
or anything.
I think you're on the right track there. I don't,
So that's where I was just gonna have it.
So who is D2 and who's D1?
D2 would be Terry and then D1 would
Be
be
Taylor, okay.
So you'll get us new maps that have Sparks and Chad going the one way and Justin and Tony the other then, right?
Correct, yeah, I can get you new maps and stuff, right? I just wanted to, before I put it down, confirm.
no, I'll go with that. Like I said, as long as you talk to the blade guys, they're all. I think that concludes, that's about all I got for that.
We're still gonna do
I gotta work on that, yeah. I'll get that done this week.
Okay, maybe we'll shift gears and have Ben introduce us to new road foreman.
Taylor and Terry, you wanna stand up?
Can you guys swap seats too and have the, you guys come up front and then could the public make some room for the employees, cause we're gonna have some discussion.
But keep it down to 15 minutes each.
I guess if.
Jonathan's coming to the.
That's Jim. He's got a loud voice.
I don't know.
Hey, Travis.
Taylor,
Yeah, just come on up.
Grab a couple extra chairs too.
There's two right here.
Yeah, but I want Pat and Chris to
Oh,
come.
yeah, okay.
And Nick.
Pull some chairs up
Oh,
for you.
yes.
And Nick,
Chris?
Nick, Pat and Chris, won't y'all come up?
Bring a chair with you, so you don't have to stand there.
Yep. You could have Karen, one of those, but she needs both of them.
Come on.
He's gonna get some.
There you are for the news.
That's it.
You guys know, you wanna get
Ben, you ought to get in there too.
Or let's you start today.
Was that?
Yeah, let's you start today.
Good, you're getting paid for this. All right, you want to introduce your new guys?
Yeah, I guess, well,
One's not new.
one, yeah. It's, Nick assistant, go from your left to right. Got Nick, he's our assistant foreman, he'll continue doing that. Then we have Taylor, he'll be District 1, he came from Lynn County, has experience being a heavy equipment operator and been a National Guard kind of, and kind of leadership role in that regards. So it brings some good experience that way.
You'll be also known as the foreman of God's country then.
And then we have Terry Purvis. He's was our equipment lead operator out of the Lincoln shed, and so now he'll be moving to foreman. Be taking care of District 2 or the west side.
The best side.
The best side. Oh, there you go. That's the best. One's the God's country, one's the best side. Okay, there you go. And then I get Pat over there, our shop foreman, and then Chris, our office manager. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's
The
the
veterans.
crew. So.
Veterans. That's another word for old.
I'm looking forward to you guys seeing your roles and what changes you can do to make things better. It would just so you know, my most hated phrase is, that's not the way we do it around here. Whatever you do, don't say that.
Shooting forward.
Or that's just the way we've always done it.
Yeah, that's kind of the same vein.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for positive change and leadership. Yep. I mean, I'm impressed with the two of you when we interviewed you. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, Terry kind of continues the legacy because when your dad wrote for him too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat.
I didn't know that.
I had heard that kind of through the grapevine and I thought I'd better confirm. it. Well, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Kind of an honor.
Yeah, I'm sure he's proud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that we have everybody on the same page. I think that, we gave in our interviews, pretty good foundation for what we were looking for. And we really want Ben to be able to be successful as the engineer and, there's just a lot that has changed and will change under your leadership that will free him up to do his job. Your job's really to make him successful. Let him do the things that he needs to do as an engineer, and then you guys take care of a lot of the other things, and I think that we're gonna have a good team moving forward. Just wanna make sure that everybody's on the same page and has understanding of what their roles are. There's 3 foremen in the county, including the guy that does the maintenance and all that kind of stuff. And with equipment and those kind of things, are those things all reverting back to Pat as far as like equipment purchases, making sure that, okay. I just wanna make sure that whatever is,
I got to.
if it's unclear who's supposed to be doing it, what, are there any of those
If we're renting
things?
equipment, I guess we can start running it through Pat. And so I guess that's previously the bridge crew lead or the foreman would just
go ahead and rent equipment. But we can have that run through Pat and kind of, you know, if one of the foremen need to rent equipment or whatnot, they can contact Pat and he can get that set up, so.
I'd say all equipment stuff that needs to at least go through Pat. Now we have an idea what's going on. He can tell you, say, hey, you got that skid loader from Caterpillar or Altop or wherever you may have it. It's gotta go back Thursday, you know. That leaves, that's on Pat's, that's what's his equipment stuff. So that leaves you guys to not have to worry about that also.
Yeah.
You're worried, your focus is to get, you know, do what you need to do to get the job done. And then,
Right.
then that,
Maintenance should go employee to foreman to Pat.
yep, okay.
The what?
Employee to pay foreman to
Employee has
Pat.
Maintenance instead of
Maintenance.
employees going directly to one mechanic.
Yep.
They should go to Pat.
Yep, correct.
The
Pat's the
foreman.
foreman of this shop. He should know what's going on
Then
for,
he delegates.
and then he can delegate it to his personnel.
Yes.
So,
That way we know where all the equipment is, what the status of it is.
and he knows every in and out of everything we have for equipment. So I mean, you got any questions, you just ask him, he'll tell you.
Insurance on the
in
vehicles,
charge of the
insurance,
insurance and stuff on all this stuff.
What system do we use before? I mean, what are we using now? Or, I mean, is that something that you guys have, you two have kind of congregated over the years and it worked? I mean, I'm okay with whatever works. Because I know we had a piece that didn't have insurance on it, so we gotta make sure that that does not happen.
as long as it's clear whose job it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
A lot of the rented stuff, we gotta carry insurance on it too, if she doesn't know we're renting it.
Correct. So I would say if that's something that, is that all right, Ben? If it-
No, that's fine.
Is that-
I mean,
is that kind
that's
of what-
what my thought was.
Okay.
Especially if he's renting it, he's gonna
Well,
know and tell me.
He's got the VIN number and then he can give it direct to you to get it insured. That's what I look at, you know? And they're not 3 letters, 4 letters. They're not like my excavator, serial number 1. I mean, that's what I.
We got some stuff that don't have a.
Right.
Basically, our goal was to make our maintenance, I guess I'm using the wrong words, thank you, but to make the engineer successful without having to deal with the nit noise stuff.
Mhm.
That's you guys' job, and hopefully you've met all the people that are gonna be working for you. If you haven't, you will soon, but, knowing what your job is and then doing your job is the most important thing. And then holding those underneath you accountable for the job that you've assigned them. And I'll tell you something I learned a long time ago. We were bringing the B-1 bomber into Dyess Air Force Base and everybody was saying, well, that's everybody's job. And some old gentleman, he was from the Confederate Air Force, he goes, Colonel in the Confederate Air Force, he goes, everybody's job is nobody's job. And that's from 1990 or 87, anyway, it was a long time ago. But that stuck with me because if you don't know who's doing what, and people do what you expect, not what you, or inspect, not what you expect. So keep those things in mind. That's our expectation, so that, you know, we can talk to Ben and say, hey, blah, 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 and he's, yep, they've got it done. And you're the they. And so, I'm looking forward to you guys getting things under control. And like I said, Justin's doing a good job, so he's under you, right? No, he's under you now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't be messing with my room. But seriously, you guys have got an awesome responsibility. You have the biggest budget in the whole county. And we're expecting you to do a good job and save us money. And don't do like the sheriff's guys do and hit our cars.
And Kirk.
Yep.
But no,
Seriously,
seriously,
wasn't.
we've got high expectations, so.
And our new foreman, make sure you guys are bringing up ideas. I know, especially with you in Lynn County and other leadership, like, bring ideas. And if things aren't working, if you're getting bucked back, bring that to Ben, bring that to us. But we need to just,
We're all here to work together.
yeah,
Yep.
yep, you know, and we need to make sure that those performance reviews are being done, or, you know, there's just different
We'll get
things
something.
that,
We'll get something.
haven't been done in the past,
I'm gonna
so.
work with you, Taylor, a little bit, because you've been around it.
Yeah.
So.
I got some ideas.
Yep.
As things, start up
Kind of
here,
let you guys get going and then we'll kind of just work into that as we go.
Yeah.
You know, maybe.
Let me get my feet wet. and-
Yeah, get your feet wet.
Lay the
Yep,
land.
yep. And then you can always lean on Terry too, or
oh, yeah.
they've been here, they know what's going on. But yeah,
But you got new eyes. And new eyes after about 60 days become old eyes. So use your new eyes. If you see something that just doesn't look right, like rust down the side of the building, write it down. You know, I'm serious.
Yeah.
They brought a general up
Yeah,
to
this-
us in Iceland. He goes, had us all standing. See what's wrong with that building? And we're like, oh, it's our hospital. He goes, does anybody see the rust going down the side of the building? Oh. So you got new eyes? Use them.
And I think training's a big thing too, you know, we need to figure out, you know, yeah, you can send guys to school for training like he's heard about, but can we bring in just someone to train all the guys at once or to do something with the actual equipment? So things like that, just to make sure our guys are all trained up. I mean, old and new, you get complacent, you get new machines. I mean, just to make sure that our roads are the best. We have a lot of roads, but try to get the best of the best that we can get, so.
Is it against the union contract to train our own employees with our own management? It's not taking any, would that be considered stealing labor? I don't think it would, but.
I mean, we've had guys, Terry was out there. So, I mean, I don't think.
We've got 2 road crew foremen now that both are excellent operators. It's, I think, a major
Asset.
a major asset to the county. One of the things that's probably gonna happen is things get, you know, personnel starts changing. There's gonna be some things that have fallen through the cracks. There has to be some grace, but also we need to address it. We need to be reactive to people's concerns. Make sure that they're addressed. Couple of rules. One, nobody likes change. And also, they don't like the way that it is. And so it's like, you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't. And so make sure that we're addressing those. The road crew foreman, obviously with Ben, need to work with people who are struggling and those kind of things to try to bring them up to the standards that are set out in the job descriptions. So that's kind of what we're looking forward to and hoping in the spring when we get all these complaints, we can say, we're working, right? And the roads will be better for it. So anybody got you guys have anything you want to say or got any concerns you want to bring up as you go into it?
I'd love to hook up with you sometime this week. The morning we'll take a ride.
Yeah.
Just take a drive. Start. We'll start late enough where I'll find you someplace you can buy me lunch.
It'll be fine, but you're dry.
Yeah. Caution signs behind him and all that stuff.
There's a reason why he's got tape behind you.
Have you set the wages in, like, or the foreman's gonna get comp time or no comp time?
No comp time. They're non-exempt, or exempt, I'm sorry. Exempt.
Set wages?
What's that?
Have you set wages? Does Michelle have them or?
They have, in their offer, I think Paul had
Okay.
probably given them the offer. Yeah.
So I just have one question. Should we maybe make Bay 5 a new thing? Yeah. What's that? Bay 5, should we like maybe put that in the budget?
Another day on the shop.
Oh.
The drive-through, so you can fix equipment and just in and through, okay. I just. That's one of my pet peeves right now. I did maintenance for 2 years at Sierra.
Well, like I said, the way it's set up now, initially that shop was supposed to have 5 bays on it. They took one away from me. It was supposed to have 2 drive-throughs and one was supposed to be a service bay. That's the one they took off.
Yeah, since you're responsible for all the
service
service,
everything in that shop, there's times that I got room for it, there's times I don't. I need that 5th bay.
that was just a hint. I was just kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah.
So that,
But if that's, I mean, if we're gonna keep doing things the way we've done it, I think simple oil changes and stuff, we're doing in the outlying buildings.
Mhm.
If we wanna start doing that all in that shop, I'm gonna need a little more room.
I pay attention when I walk around, so. Your phone's working okay now? All right.
I have a question on the, with Terry going to being to being exempt now. I believe he has comp time on the books. Do we pay that out or does he have a set amount of time to get it used by? How should we handle that?
Good question.
I've been carrying around
Yeah, he's been
60
sharing.
some hours of comp time for 4 or 5
I mean,
years.
my recommendation would be we pay it out and they're done because they don't have comp now.
Mhm.
Because just like that, when's he gonna use comp? Because he doesn't actually have comp.
Nick, do you have comp time?
No, he started as.
Yeah.
It's the ones that switched that get stuck with this sitting there. So I mean, my recommendation would pay it out. I mean, and we can pay Pat out too to get it off the books.
Mhm.
Because otherwise just keep sitting there and sitting there. And
How much,
nothing's
do you know
happening.
how much is there?
Well, I think Pat just said he had 60.
No, did you say Terry, for Terry?
Yeah, Terry,
It should be under 40, that's all.
Yeah, I don't have.
yeah, they're only like, what,
Yeah,
40, is it?
40.
Would be more beneficial to use it, or to get it paid out?
That's up to you guys, however you wanna do it.
What would be better for you?
Use it.
Okay.
I'll use it in the next couple of weeks.
But I'd say we should put that it needs to be used up by a certain time, because like Pat said, he's been a foreman now for how many years?
And, yeah,
And he's
the foreman's
still-
used to get comp time.
What, do what?
The foreman's used to get comp time. and-
Yeah.
Well, but a couple of years ago, when they did that pay raise and when Nick was hired, then they went to exempt and
Right.
it went away, but Pat's still sitting on some, so I think we should have an end.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Pat,
do you wanna use yours or?
you can pay it.
Just you get paid out, I'm giving vacation time at the end of my.
Terry wants to use it, let's just let Terry use it.
I don't have
Yeah.
much left,
Terry's
only
got-
12 or 15 hours, so.
Wait,
Terry's got-
Got pretty quick, yeah.
if we give you 60 days,
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't
They're
done
gonna
this.
take
yet.
that out.
After 60 days, you'd pay Terry's out if there's anything left.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Anything else we need to fix?
Not right now.
Okay.
I don't think we fixed anything.
Give me a couple of shells.
Yeah.
That's it.
Terry, I don't know how much you're up on, but their Salt Creek Phase 1 has a road use agreement still, so that's gonna be in that whole project area, so the roads are not released yet, so that's something as you're driving, you're probably gonna get complaints and concerns, but we gotta get some rock this spring, and it's still
Right.
an agreement out there, so just to keep, I didn't know how much you're keeping up on all that,
Oh, I've
but,
seen some of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
so,
Shocking, actually.
yeah, just make sure that, don't we won't be spending our own money, obviously, that'll be
Yeah,
they will be the ones to fix it, but we need to obviously do what we need to do to push the snow right now until we
You bet.
get some, better weather, which it's been decent. Wait till the frost is gone or when they're gonna fix the roads or when that's gonna happen. And winter spring, yeah,
Yeah.
Did
that's
the
what I figured.
150th situation get improved?
Yeah, we got more rock on that.
We do
I don't know.
need more.
Yeah, we'll need some more, so, we can still, work on that when, and I guess. I don't know if this week will, by the end of this week, we'll maybe have a good chance to.
That's what they dug the bore pits, right?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah, so.
And they filled it with lime and then they covered it with a little rock. Then after we had that rain, they're sunk down like
Yeah.
this.
Yep.
Yeah,
And there's not enough material there to fill it. So we definitely need to go from the bridge to the west to the county line, which is a mile and a half. Approximately.
Is that a lot?
yeah, we just sent him a bill for the.
Which, yeah, pay for it, send them bill.
That's what we did.
Yeah, that fellow stopped me and says, don't be wasteful with the rock. From a lion. I was like, I got you. We just need to fill what you guys room, that's all.
Yeah. There's a bit. You guys good? I had one other thing, but
Sorry.
I think it left me. It was really important too. Oh, you guys have a date, like you and Ben and Kurt have another date for that steering committee meetings then?
Not yet, we'll probably get that in this week, I would say, we need to.
Okay, would you include Pat in
Yeah.
that, and possibly Chris for budget?
Okay.
Coming up on the equipment, like
Yep.
what? And David's Bay 5, that sounds expensive, but
It shouldn't be, is the concrete there?
David can't join.
No. Nothing there.
So no, we can't really say the rock underneath it is there.
Okay.
For pretty much the grading, there's probably minimal, probably a little bit of grading, but not. There's rock there.
It's a good idea, but you have to need for big vehicles and it's gonna
Right.
be.
Was that supposed to be on each side of that building?
Yeah.
When they shop part of that has in 4 feet, they were supposed to plummet to the end of the concrete so we could tie into it when we did add on to it. It never got done.
Oh, so they gotta cut the concrete to get there.
Well, I don't think we wanna mess with that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, just leave the exterior wall there and we'll just,
Radiant tube it or something.
Yeah,
something,
so yeah, leave the existing wall,
right,
build another wall, and put a roof on it.
right, and we'll just, and have a hanging heaters in it or whatever.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Basically, we need a drive
It'd be a
through.
lot cheaper.
Yeah, we need a drive through. We can do the work on the vehicle, get it out, the next one comes in. Just to
Right, right.
make it easier for you, plus it's sheltered, so they can't complain in the wintertime that I.
Well, we got problems with staying in compliance with OSHA,
Right.
insurance company stuff, used oil,
Right.
um,
So you.
or bulk oil. It'd be a lot simpler to have everything under
One room.
one roof.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
All your containment, and all that, that could be in that other room, like you say.
I mean, we still got oil pumped into the
Right.
main part of the shop, but as far as your main oil changes and stuff, keep all the dirty stuff in one building.
Right.
One room,
It makes sense. It just, to me, makes a lot of sense.
and it's gonna be a lot easier to stay in compliance if OSHA ever does visit.
So I'm happy, so.
So back to that meeting that's gonna happen, if that's not gonna be done till the end of this week, it'd probably be good to leave those two open positions open, because you got two bridge crew people that are sitting there not knowing if they have a job or not, so they probably don't know, do they apply, do they not apply for these open two? Yeah, there'll be two more, but where do they, if that goes away, where do they prefer which positions, you know what I mean? So something to think about. I don't know if it would have come down if you count holidays and stuff, or would that come down this Friday if you were just doing the 10 days or?
After the 11th, or do I have the 9th? 9th, I have the 9th.
9th to be 10 days, but if we haven't made that decision yet, I'm just thinking, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that, but or they can apply regardless and still turn it down,
It should be, if you eliminate the two bridge, do they have first, you just put them in an open position or?
So we'd have to post it and then I guess we need a little more.
They can apply for it.
They can apply for it, yes.
We just did it internally, but that was probably my mistake. That's the way union
That's right.
always want it done internally,
Mhm.
but it,
So that has to be posted.
both ways.
Yep, has to be posted.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, so it hasn't been posted
No,
externally?
internally,
Then yeah, we better
yeah.
restart the clock on that
Yeah,
then and
okay.
get it posted. Yep. Okay.
Are we looking at eliminating the other two positions?
That's,
I
I
don't
would
think,
think so.
I think we need truck drivers.
Yeah, we need to keep them.
If we don't, if we do away with the bridge crew essentially, or use them for bridges and then hire out the crane operator in the future, I don't think that we should eliminate those two positions if
No.
we're so short,
I agree.
Right.
so short-handed.
Yep.
And I thought that Ben's, implication was that we would just be cutting those two positions, but I think that we would just be transferring that to truck drivers.
Right.
Essentially, our utility
That's
worker.
kind of what I had.
That's what we talked
We're getting rid
The
of.
way it was worded was making me concerned and nervous.
Well,
And
the way
I
I see it.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that I would like to have all four of the bridge crew positions still filled. Whatever, they move to truck driver, excavator, whatever that may be. I would like to have those four positions still filled.
Yep.
Whatever those four positions look like,
Like them people.
yes,
For sure.
I'd like to have those.
Yeah,
And with those four, will we be sitting pretty good? Do you feel comfortable with?
Well, then we'd be back to where we're normally at, so,
Which is sustainable?
yes.
we'll defer to your meeting. You guys talked that out, but it wasn't my understanding that we were ever looking at cutting.
No.
one of those two.
No.
I mentioned that
No.
I mentioned that
Okay.
because I want that in every consideration. If we absolutely need them, then we keep them. If we don't, then we need to look at where else can they be repurposed.
Yeah.
So and that's throughout the whole county. That's not just here.
I think there's a couple of positions that they never did fill and we're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
short those ones, so I'm not really for shorting anyway.
Short anyway.
No, I'm fine with it. I just want that in our thought process. We look at stuff. If we have vacancies now, should we fill them? Do we really need to fill them or not? I just want that as a consideration. I'm not saying, let's go out and cut everybody, just,
Mhm.
So
Ben, does your department have all their phones now? Does everybody have phones or not? yet?
We haven't got it set up
You
yet,
haven't
because
yet? Okay,
We're
with
still
that,
trying to, we're still trying to get
Okay.
the app in place. and-
Okay.
but we're paying for that security, right?
Working on getting that set up right now, but the holidays caused an issue.
Okay.
And then after the holidays ended, Rick was on vacation.
He's
And,
got a phone.
yeah, so then we need to get on a call with Tyler, so Rick and them can do whatever they want.
Right.
okay.
Because I've already approved the money.
Mhm. Yeah, we've already signed the contract and everything, it's just now trying to
Okay.
get it implemented.
Keep us updated on that, and for sure, like these guys, I'd like to get their numbers, that way we can have the relationship there too, and
Did you guys get that 40 issue resolved yet? For Pat? Okay,
No, okay, you don't want it to go to a personal phone, right?
I don't think that's wise, because you make it WebEx on the new cell, I mean,
Okay, so we're kind of waiting for the new phones.
so is there any reason why they can't get their cell phones? They just can't use them?
well,
for
I mean, I can get, I
They
guess,
just have to give them all back so that we can set everything up then, and once we get it, I mean,
I can give it to the foreman and all that sort of stuff, and then wait to give it to the guys. So
Right.
that
it's very good, yeah.
you don't have
Then
to,
on, like this county phone.
That is a county phone?
Yes,
Okay,
am I
Not the
getting,
new one. It's not the new ones, that's
right, that's what the one I've had, and is it we're gonna put the app on here, or am I getting another phone?
it'd be WebEx is what we,
it'd be on, we're gonna get new phones. And then we'll have the WebEx or the app,
right.
that'll be on there to clock in and clock out.
One's for plugging in and out, the other one's for, like for Pat,
Yeah, to
they
approve,
could ring on his
The
phone,
phones.
or,
if he's in the,
well, that's a different, you know, I guess different.
David, do you have like all the login information for all of them?
I do not.
See, we'll have to get that because we can't do anything until we know how to log.
Are you
into
talking,
WebEx.
oh, you're talking about the telephone, the,
WebEx,
I have that, I
yeah,
thought I sent that to you. So it's on the master, it's on the master,
is it?
yeah, if you don't have it, we'll take care of that.
Do they need cell phones out at the shop? I got a computer.
He can put WebEx on his computer.
So, here's my point, yeah, my point being, you asked about forwarding the phone, if it's on
Well,
WebEx.
my personal phone, I've used it since day one.
Right.
90% of the stuff that goes on my phone is county oriented.
Mhm. So with the new cell phones, he's getting a cell phone, right, everybody?
Correct.
With that new cell phone, all of the, you could put all the county stuff on there.
Right, the only thing I gotta get a hold of everybody and
Right.
that I have and let them know my phone number's changed, but. But as far as punching in on that phone, I got a computer, I can
Yeah, he can
just
just
lay
do
out
it.
on my computer.
Right.
You can forward your old phone number to the new one.
That's just.
That's his personal number.
Personal, that's my personal phone.
It's both right now, I guess.
So again, but part of that has to deal with security, you know,
Well, I get it,
so.
I get it.
Do they all have the new cell phones yet?
No, that was what we're just talking
That's
about.
what we're just talking.
They haven't been
So
ordered
he's
yet.
still got the
We
back.
have them, I just haven't kicked them out, because
Because the serious knows those.
I know.
Yeah,
didn't want
he's
to
still waiting
start
for
making
us to get
confusion before.
Stuff done, so that was the app on it.
So let's,
What? At?
let's make,
Time and attendance. app.
Okay, that's what my question is. Now with a new group coming in, it'd be good to really implement that time.
right, so let's push hard tomorrow on that.
So then you'll set up so they can have access to the county emails. We won't have using anyone's personal ones.
That's what I think we were talking, I've been talking to Ben some, we haven't made any decisions there, but we could set the phones up so they could access their county emails from them.
Right.
But I know we'll put the app on them for the time and attendance.
What Pat was saying is, does his guys actually need a phone because they have a computer there to punch in on? I think that's what he was grasping.
But what, are you guys ever sent out to go do some work in a truck? And then, you know, put up a sign when I was doing sign duty, has to change it? Okay,
That the mechanics works all on the same code,
It's all the same.
all the same code.
And they stay at the shop time too, they don't ever leave,
Oh, we got,
they
they
do,
go out,
They go.
but it's still the
that's why
same.
same pay, you're not worried about the pay side.
that's why they need a cell phone.
So I think it'd be different if they punched out to leave on
Well, I
vacation.
think what David's saying is the cell phone should reach them when they're out.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need a cell phone. And you bought cell phones for everybody, correct?
Correct.
So I swear to
So they're
God.
holding them, just so everybody's clear, they're holding the phones right now because in order for the time and attendance, they have to, all the serial numbers and all that stuff have to be plugged into that system. And then once that's done, they'll be able to hand them out and use them. I don't see any reason why you can't give them to these guys.
Okay, no,
So,
I
because
just wondered.
they can come in,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
they're responsible.
I was just really just waiting on.
Yeah.
Well, we were hoping it'd be done by now.
Yeah.
That it wasn't gonna take this long.
So will you alert the people at Tyler that we're going to start it tomorrow?
Yeah, we've already been in talks.
Okay, I just want to make sure that it's not like what I'm running into in the courthouse. Oh, I forgot.
So we gonna keep our county radios too?
I don't see why not.
I'd say that's always been our means of communication in the past.
And in a disaster, we're gonna need that too. So,
And then Ben, from like a safety standpoint, like taking pictures if something happens, or like, do you have who's kind of gonna have that, or you guys will work through?
I guess it would just be, yeah, for accidents, I guess,
Yeah,
just be, or if, I guess, gets called out.
yeah. Okay.
I guess whatever kind
Yeah.
of district they're in, they would spell out and put pictures if necessary.
Okay. Okay, and one thing that came up, workman's comp, Paul should be doing that, so if you guys have things, make sure you guys are in contact with Paul too. I guess you guys kind of do your part, but then my understanding is he would kind of do it for everybody. Correct me if anybody's,
Transporting the injured, I think.
yeah, I mean, there could be things like that still, that yes, will still fall in the county, but we just need to make sure the right paperwork is getting, so just make sure any accidents get reported as well to Paul, but you guys could still keep doing.
Yeah, I mean, usually have the foreman.
Yep.
Develop, you know,
Yep.
whatever, and then have the person that injured fill
Yep.
something out and then get
Okay.
them sent over to Paul.
Person.
Yep, this isn't meant to be an all-inclusive, we're gonna sort out all of the details to do anything, Ben's still going to have some things that he works through
Yep.
with these guys as things come up, and I'm sure he has an idea of how he wants to see it too, we just wanna give him some parameters, that we would like to see. The safety, committee and all of that kind of stuff, it makes sense that, these guys would be included on that, Nick maybe would be heavily involved in the safety aspect, of that. Think that makes sense, and it would, fill in, I guess, wherever the gaps are. Okay. All right, anything else? No, welcome, we're glad.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you guys
Thank you,
for
Chris.
stepping forward. We're looking forward to having a good team next year.
Yeah.
Other comments? Anybody from the public wish to speak again? Just sitting awkward silence for about 30 seconds. Somebody else say something. Jim? Nothing?
Good.
Okay.
I didn't hear that 15-minute acceptance speech, but.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Still on the secondary road department, who's in charge of the bridge, or not the bridge, the brush crew? Who decides where they go or what,
It'll be the assistant foreman.
Assistant.
the system foreman?
Mhm.
Good. Part of my road.
Yeah, you heard that.
I just started on one side of the county, and started.
Yeah, he's kind of an issue, so maybe we should put him last.
that way they keep doing our meetings.
Do one at a time. Tree, that is, Carol.
Maybe business, we got all the business. Okay, I'm gonna take a motion to adjourn.
So move. Second it. Ooh, I beat you.
Who do you have?
Doing any of it.
Video.
I'm gonna get up and nibble.
Oh, here, you can put me down.
Got made the motion. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.
So Taylor, through all this, do I have your number I can get a hold of you at?
Yeah.